Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Red with only one Psyduck was a very standard challenge, so let's follow it up with a crazy one. Today's the day that we figure out, would I be able to beat Pokemon Fire Red with a team of only one Saibaman? So a Saibaman is about as weak as it gets. 250 base stats leave it as about as strong as a Pidgey, and its ability is Runaway, so something that doesn't help us at all in battle. I guess it has decent speed, so that's kind of nice. 250 base stats is really low for in this mod, by the way. If you take a look at its level up moves, then you can see just how weak this thing is. Really low power moves, with our only good one being Explosion, a move we obviously can't use in a solo run. Plus we're ground and grass type, so we have no same type attack bonus. I wish I could see what TMs we can use, but the Dragon Ball Team Training Wiki doesn't list that on the fighter pages, so I guess we're going in blind in terms of that. Like always, I'm writing this script as we go through with the challenge, so all this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I think this is going to be a real hard one. Maybe one where we're going to need to be level 100 by the end, but I'm sure it's possible. I could see pretty large chunks of this game being brutal though. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Saibamen. I'll need other fighters to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those fighters in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only capsules, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. No need for the randomizer on this one, since we can just go ahead and catch Saibamen on the first round of the game. Looks like our nature is brave, so more attack and less speed. I'm cool with that. Speed is our best stat anyway, so I don't mind going lower on that, and all of our attacks are going to use our attack stat, not special attack, so I'd like to maximize that. So the start of the grind here is really brutal. We're literally just grinding on the route that we caught our Saibamen. Since it's the weakest thing here, we can only beat other Saibamen, and only when they're either a lower level than us or just pick worse moves than us. The only nice thing about this is that we have an ability Runaway, so we can always run away before we faint if we have to. Yes, that's the most positive thing I can think of. This grind takes a while. At least it only takes a few levels before we can easily beat the fighters here. We still have to heal between every single fight though. Next up is North Forest, and would you look at how weak we are right away. Piccolo is half of our level, and we still go blow for blow and lose most of our health in the process. You'd think Acid would be super effective since it's poison and he's grass type, but types work a little different in this ROM hack. That said, Acid is still useful. It's slightly weaker than Scratch, but it has a 30% chance to cause a burn, so that's actually pretty nice. As far as I can tell, status effects work the same as they would in regular Pokemon, so we can use this to cut the attack stat of whoever we're fighting. It's not super reliable, but I bet this will save us in quite a few fights. By the way, if this ROM hack looks fun to you, then check out our Let's Play that we did of it. It's quite a few years old now, and the first bit of the game was done on an older version of the ROM hack, but it was a super fun time and one of my favorite Let's Plays that we've done. And I've done hundreds of Let's Plays. I'll have a link on screen and in the description. Anyway, looks like I'm gonna have to grind more before I fight the first gym leader, Yajirobe, since the trainer in the gym nearly beats us. Would you look at how badly he's picking his moves and we still almost faint? Seriously, he had so many chances to finish us off. I'm gonna need to get stronger for sure. Saibaman is crazy weak. So first try at Yajirobe, and we're level 15, so we have Headbutt, a move with double the power of Scratch. Well, not only did it still not do great damage, but we took tons from every hit, with us quickly going down to a crit. That's not good. Maybe if I try a few more times until we get a flinch? On the next try, things went better as we didn't get crit, letting us take down Raditz, but Nappa was too much for us. He's got Headbutt as well, and although we got a flinch, we still just lost. Okay, that's not great. But I bet a few more levels would get us the win. Okay, a few more levels and many tries later. Raditz goes the best he has just because he used Saiyan power to power up twice, then flinched before he could hurt us, so we took him down without getting hurt. For Nappa, he started powering up right away too, so I used Acid to burn him, but it didn't work and he was hurting us too much. I switched right back to Headbutt and I thought I was going down for sure, but we got brought to 2 health, he flinched, then we were able to finish him off. That was way too close. The next bit of travel is a lot easier than the start, mostly because we have a better move now. We can take out about 2 or 3 trainers between trips back to the heal center. You better believe I'm fighting every last trainer I can in this run. We're using one of the weakest fighters in the game. Honestly, it might be the weakest fighter in the game. Not only do we have some of the lowest stats, but we also have a lot worse moves than most. I hope we can find a decent TM that we can use soon. Mount Moon was pretty slow to get through. I had to take trips back to the heal center outside all the time. It probably didn't help that I was exploring the place a lot more than I normally would, since I want to find TMs. I've beaten this ROM pack before, but it was a long time ago. I don't really remember what TMs you can get or where, so I don't want to miss out on something that could potentially win us the run. That said, I needed the experience anyway, so I'm not exactly going to complain about taking my time in here. On our way through though, I took the 3-star Dragon Ball. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Alright, on the other side is Namek, of course. I don't know what's going to be harder, a gym battle or the rival fight. I'm going to give the gym a try first and just see what happens. Okay, gym leader Mori. He starts the fight with Captain Ginyu, and although we did solid damage, he had a Satan drink to heal with, and his dash attack works like quick attack. So because he was hitting us first, we had no chance to make him flinch. That's no good. Let's try the rival fight instead. So first he sends out Cooler, and although he didn't hurt us much, he was a bit of a problem due to his speed boost ability making him faster than us after the first round. We took him out, but second was Zarbon, who was easily able to finish us off. Man, that's only his second to 4 fighters. We don't stand a chance. You know what that means? It's back to the grind. This area isn't too bad to grind in, and it's at least worth more experience than Mount Moon or anywhere before that, but I'm getting the feeling that I'm gonna need a lot more levels before we stand a chance. I figured that we'll beat the gym before we beat the rival, so maybe we'll luck out and get a TM for a good move at the gym. Failing that, though, we just have to level up until we win. The only moves we learn by level up now are Explosion and Speed Up. We lose if we use Explosion, and Speed Up just makes us 2 stages faster, so I can't see how that would help us. Next try at the gym 5 levels later. This time we beat Ginyu in 2 hits, but his dash attack still hurts us a lot. 4th form Frieza is next, and although we weren't dealing great damage, he wasted a couple of turns with Shield, a move that raises his special defense. We got him to low health, but then he used a Satan drink to heal back up. His I-beam really messed us up, and although we got a flinch, he finished us off with his Kinesis. So close. Maybe I can try the rival fight? Okay, so Cooler goes down pretty easily, although he did hurt us a bit and used Leer first. For Zarbon, we totally lucked out and crit a headbutt for a one-shot. Maybe we do stand a chance. Next is an Uzaru, so our attack is down from Intimidate. We lucked out again and crit on Acid to not only do decent damage, but to burn him. Because of that, his attacks were weakened enough for us to finish him off. We even got a flinch. This was our best run yet. Last was Super Saiyan Vegeta, and he easily takes us down with an energy punch. Man, we're not beating the rival anytime soon, are we? Next try at the gym, this time at level 30. We're doing way better damage to Ginyu, and it pays off because he ends up wasting the Satan drink. Because of that, Frieza never gets to use it, and we get an easy win. Problem is, the TM we got is for I-Beam, and we can't learn it. That's no good. I'm not feeling great about our chances against the rival. Okay, Cooler was easy, Zarbon went down in 2 hits, so it's the Uzaru. This time we didn't burn him, but we still crit, so I just started going for Headbutt. No flinches, but we took him out with more health than last time. Last was Vegeta, and we were doing pretty good damage. I was hoping for a flinch, but no luck. He powered up, then hit an energy punch to easily take us down. This is brutal. A bit more grinding maybe? 2 more levels later. This time things go about the same as before, to the point that we even ended up with about the same health as we got to Vegeta, but this time we never got hit by Leer. I hope that changes things. We hit Headbutt, he powered up, we hit a second Headbutt, and he hit us with Energy Punch to bring us to only 2 health. We were finally able to take him out on the follow-up. I can't believe that fight is finally over. Now that we're finally done those battles, we have to head to the northern route to fight a lot of trainers. It's a breeze fighting lots of these guys after all that grinding, but there's one spot that I'm looking for specifically. Here it is. This is Guru. Big thanks to Caesar in the comments for letting me know about this, since it's a new feature that wasn't in the old versions of this game that I played. There are 2 characters in the game who can power up the weakest fighters that are available in the game. One is Guru here, who boosts our inherent values to the highest that they can be. There's one later that boosts our effort values, but I think that's not until the very end of the game. Anyway, doing this got us 10 more health, 10 more attack, 2 more special attack, 8 more special defense, and 3 more speed. No extra defense, since I guess I already had a really good IV for that. I know it really doesn't look like much, it's less than your average Pokemon would get for like an evolution, but this is probably going to be the difference between beating the game at level 100 and failing the game at level 100. I'm super happy this is in the game. Makes the weaker fighters more viable, you know? And that's really fun. Anyway, next is the Dig TM, and although I have no idea what ground even is super effective against in this game, and despite it being weaker than Headbutt, I still learn it. I mean, I never use Leer anyway, and who knows, maybe Dig will pay off. At least I could use it to get out of caves if I want to. Next is the Red Ribbon Army Base, because this game is awesome. Seriously, if you haven't seen the Let's Play yet, go check it out. There's some real love put into this ROM hack. Let's go do the SSN. Now, I'm sure this won't surprise you, but I fight everybody here. Normally, the SSN rival fight is easy, but all bets are off. You saw how long I had to grind for that previous one. I'm not taking chances, even with our buff from Guru. Well, what do you know? It was easy. Yet turns out he hardly leveled up his fighters at all, so even with us getting unlucky against the Ozaru, we still ended up winning without many issues. Well, that gets us cut. Let's try the next gym. It's time for General Red. This fight ended up being pretty easy, but it absolutely would have gone worse if we didn't have Dig. Red uses androids 16, 17, and 18, all steel types, and our moves aren't effective against them, other than Dig, since it's neutral. 60 power still isn't great, and 2 of them weren't one-shots, but it got us a much-needed win. Rock Tunnel ends up being super easy. Unlike in regular Pokemon runs, there aren't rock types to worry about in here, so I just use tons of repels and fight only the necessary trainers. I don't exactly want to get lost in here and then waste extra time. So this is a great time to talk about this week's sponsor, you guys. Yeah, I guess I'm sponsored by Patreon this week. I mean, or super thanks and super chats, that works still. I wasn't exactly gonna go asking a sponsor of mine to sponsor this video, considering I really couldn't guarantee anyone would watch this, but I knew that even if less of you watched it, those of you did would probably really enjoy it. So if you want to see more fun stuff like this and support the show, then you can chip in on Patreon or through super thanks. You don't have to, the show will always be free. I don't use a paywall or anything like that. Patreon's basically just a tip jar for me. Thanks for considering it though, let's get back to the run. On the other side of Rock Tunnel, I go straight for Pilaf's hideout, mostly because I figure it'll be easier than the local gym. Like usual, I clean out most of the trainers, but mostly I'm just hunting for items in case there's a TM I can use. Still no luck on that front, by the way. The only TM I found other than Dig that I can learn is Guard, and that's just Harden. No point in learning that. At least our Headbutt is reasonably strong, but I know it's not really going to give us any easy victories. I kind of want to use some PowerPoint ups that I found on it, but maybe I should hold on to them, just in case I find a better move. Pilaf himself was actually super easy, to the point that I never took a hit. Well, I was lucky. It was only thanks to a flinch, but I don't think I could have lost this. Let's go hit up the local gym. Here we are against Gym Leader Bulma. First up is Imperfect Cell, who hits reasonably hard with Dizzy Punch, but we took him down in 2 hits. Second is Perfect Cell, who's a lot tougher. Thanks to a flinch, we dropped him to low health, but he also has a recovery move. We ended up critting to take him down though. Last was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan though, and he easily finishes us off. Okay, that's fine. We don't actually have to do this gym yet. Let's go do the rival fight at God's Tower. First was Cooler, who was a 2-shot, but he dropped us by a 5th of our health with the Death Beam. Zarbon was nearly a 1-shot, but managed to get a kick in before going down. Next is Uzaru, so our attack is down, and he dealt some decent damage. We got him to flinch, but we're still at half health. Next is his new Android 13, but we took him out with a few hits of Dig without taking any damage thanks to him wasting time with Lock-On. Last was Vegeta, who hit us with a big bang, but 2 headbutts took him down. We won, but it wasn't as easy as the Pokemon Tower rival fight normally is. Kinda has me worried. Time for more travel. So things are actually really open at this point in the game. We could go back and do the 4th gym, we could go do the 5th gym here in Ginger Town, or we could go do Capsule Corp, this game's equivalent of Silph Co. Personally, I think Capsule Corp will be the hardest, but I also think it gives us some chances to level up. So I'm gonna fight a few trainers in there for experience, then I'll go try the 4th gym again. Oh, and while I was in the Safari Zone, I picked up Battle Boots, this game's Quick Claw. I doubt I'll need it, but it could help. Okay, so this time we had a really easy time with Imperfect Cell, and we even managed to beat Perfect Cell due to some very lucky crits. But against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, we went down to Dragon Rush despite having almost all of our health. Okay, this isn't happening yet. Maybe I should just try the 5th gym first. Gym Leader Bobbity. Pui Pui, or Pui Pui, I don't know how to pronounce it, was first, and although he did a little bit of damage, he was pretty easy. Yakon was a bit more of an issue, dealing a lot more damage before fainting. The real issue here was Deborah, who took way less damage and easily made us faint. That's not even the last fighter here, we don't stand a chance yet. Let's try the rival fight in Capsule Corp, I guess? Nope, didn't even beat Cooler, who is now evolved. We did great damage, but he did way more than us. How are we this badly outclassed again? This came out of nowhere. So I guess it's time for Capsule Corp. I go around slowly and clear out the entire place, as if I had a choice. We need levels pretty badly. Easy Street is over. I ended up eventually finding a page on the Dragon Ball Team Training Wiki that lists TMs and who can learn what, but no luck. The only decent moves we can learn are Dash Attack and After Image. After Image is Double Team, if I remember right, and as awesome as that would be, we can't get it until we can use Surf outside of battle, so not until after we beat Bobbity. Right now, I'm just desperately trying to remember where I found the turtle suit last time I played this game, since it's this game's equivalent of the Lucky Egg. It's a held item that gets you extra experience, and man, that would help us so much right now. Let's hope I can find it soon, because grinding is getting really slow. After clearing the place out, as well as a few trainers on Cycling Road, I came back to the Bulma fight. Yet again at Gohan, we took massive damage from Dragon Rush, but this time we survived. I thought we'd win because of a flinch, but he just healed back up and finished us off. This is brutal. I guess I'll try Bobbity again? Okay, against Bobbity's team, we get to Deborah and actually end up taking him out pretty easily this time thanks to him using Bounce, and we used Dig so he'd miss, just to end up critting him to knock him out. Problem is, last is Kid Buu, and not only is he faster than us, so we only go first if the battle boots activate, but he hits us incredibly hard, and we hardly hit him. I have no choice but to grind more. Then I guess try the Bulma fight again. At this point, I'm grinding by using the Versus Seeker at the top of Cycling Road. It's not the fastest grinding spot in the world, but it's what we've got. I also use all the PowerPoint ups that I could find on Headbutt, now that I know for sure that it's the strongest move that we can learn. I tried Googling around to see where I could find the turtle suit, but I wasn't finding anything. I have a vague memory of it being in the mansion on Roshi's Island, though, and we can't get there until after we beat Bobbity, and that's not happening for a while. So until then, I may as well just stick with the battle boots. I gotta say, this is much harder than when I did this ROM hack with only Yamcha and only Krillin a few years ago. It's not even close. It is insane how weak Saibaman is. Okay, after getting all the way to level 60, we finally have a great attempt at Bulma where Imperfect Cell uses the healing item, Perfect Cell gets crit down before he can hurt us, and although Gohan still does tons of damage to us, we can at least take him down in 2 shots. That's great, but now we have to fight Bobbity. Think we're ready? I'm skeptical. Okay, short version. First half of the fight was easy, but Deborah paralyzed us. We still go first sometimes thanks to our battle boots, but as soon as we get to Kid Buu, we do almost no damage and he mops the floor with us. I guess we try the rival fight again? Alright, after a couple of failed attempts, we got this really good one where Cooler didn't hurt us thanks to powering up instead of attacking, so we two-shot him. Zarbon only hit double kick before he went down, and third was Uzaru. The lowering of our attack was rough, and we took some decent damage, but we got him to flinch twice, so we took him out with about half of our health left. Second from last is Super Android 13, and although Dig did decent damage, his dynamite kicks were a lot stronger. We went down. Honestly, if we had crit to take him out, Vegeta would have finished us off. I do think I might stand more of a chance against our rival than Bobbity, though. Let's go back to the grind. Bobbity, 5 levels later. We totally mopped the floor with his first 2 fighters, and Deborah got instantly taken out with a crit. Last was Kid Buu, and right away we made him flinch. Thanks to that, he only hit 1 Wrath. We still took tons of damage, but we were able to take him out on the follow-up. Finally, we can do something new. Right away, I start hunting through Enigma Mansion, this game's Pokemon Mansion. This place has the TM for After Image, and although I typically avoid using Double Team, I think it could be required this run. I don't think I'll use it until I hit level 100 and then hit a brick wall, but I want to at least grab it while I'm here. Oh, and I found the turtle suit here, so that means that I can get some more experience. Hey, I may as well try the 7th gym while I'm on Roshi's Island, right? I mean, it started pretty well with us easily taking down Krillin. Gotenks 2 hit us incredibly hard, but at least he went down in 2 hits. But as soon as Buhan came out, we were doomed. We hardly hurt him, and he's got Dragon Rush. Alright, rival fight it is then. This time, thanks to some great luck, I went into the Uzaru fight with no damage, but we couldn't make him flinch twice this time, so we got crushed 2 times before taking him down. Super Android 13 still just beat us though. Those dynamite kicks are crazy. Back to the grind. 5 levels later, this one was crazy. Okay, so we got Uzaru to flinch, so he went down easier, and then we got a lucky crit with Dig to one-shot Android 13 to get him to faint for the first time. Last was Vegeta, and this was insane. I headbutt him, he cut his health to raise his attack belly drum style, then we just headbutt him again for the win. I can't believe he just threw the fight like that. Guess it's time for Pilaf then. Alright, this fight was a joke. Much like the Giovanni fight that he replaces, this Pilaf fight is insanely easy, to the point that we just didn't take damage. That means that there's just the 6th gym, 7th gym, 8th gym, and a rival fight, then the Elite Four. I guess I'll go try the local gym. Alright, Gym Leader Satan. Yes, that's actually Hercule's name in the Japanese version of Dragon Ball. Anyway, Goten, Trunks, and Majin Buu were all super easy, but last was Boo-Tanks, who should have been easy thanks to a crit, but he used healing items, and then his Ghost Kamikaze was way too strong for us, so we went down. And here I was thinking we could go without grinding for a while. Man, we're level 76 and we can't beat the 6th gym. We're often at level 76 when we get to the Elite Four. How are we gonna win this run? Okay, next try, 5 levels later, and this was all luck. Our second hit was a crit, so it was enough to take him out without ever having to worry about his healing items. You know what? I'll take it. Back to Roshi's gym. So next time at Roshi's gym goes great as Gotenks just powered up, so we were able to 2-shot him. Second from last was Buhan, who really messed us up last time, but this time we crit on the second headbutt to take him down. Last was Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but he just used full power and we took him out in 2 headbutts. Finally, some progress. Let's go hit up that final gym. Time for Pilaf's gym. Things start great with Piccolo and Garlic going down easy. It even goes great against Kid Buu as he flinched so he never hit us. That's when it goes downhill. Harudegarn is a ghost, so no more headbutt. Not only that, but he has Intimidate so our attack goes down. We have to dig, then use Acid, then use Dig again to take him down without him using a healing item. In that time he hurts us a ton. What makes it worse is that Pilaf's last fighter is the evolved form of Harudegarn, who also has Intimidate, so our attack goes down again. We dealt a bit of damage, but honestly not much. We only brought him to half health. I wouldn't be shocked if we had to be level 100 just for this one fight. I'll come back in a few more levels. Next try at level 91. Harudegarn goes much better this time since we landed a burn and his phantom attack is physical, but he just removes it quickly with a full heal. Doesn't matter, we still took him out. Problem is, Harudegarn 2 still hits like a freight train and took us out easily. Alright, I think we might need to be max level. So I actually have quite a few holy waters, this mod's version of rare candy. They aren't that hard to find, most of them are in the same spots as in regular Fire Red. If I got a couple of levels, then I can level up the rest of the way with the holy water, so I think I'm gonna get to level 95, try again, and if we fail, then I'll just holy water up to level 100. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to resort to After Image. Basically, double team. That sucks, but you know what sucks more? Saibamen. Let's give it a try. Okay, level 95. Would you believe it if I said we lose? At least against Harudegarn, it's only a 2-shot now, so I don't need to take that extra hit, but I still just lose against the second one. We get really close to winning though. Honestly, I think 5 more levels might do the trick. Here's our stats at level 100, by the way. Honestly, a lot of these stats aren't even that horrible, by Pokemon standards at least. It's just that some fighters in this mod are really, really strong. Normally these kinds of stats would easily give us a win in a solo Pokemon run, but fighters in this mod have way better stats than most Pokemon do. This Saibaman has literally some of the worst stats in the entire game, and it's really not helping us that our defense is so terrible, considering these Harudegarn are using physical moves. I hope that this is enough. Okay, this is hilarious. On our next try, because we take a bit of damage from Kid Buu, we still end up losing. We left Harudegarn 2 with a sliver of health in the end. He's 50 levels lower than us, and we still can't win. There's gotta be a damage range going on. I'm gonna keep trying. An insane 6 tries later, and we finally get this one where the damage range works out, and Dig was enough to get us the win. I can't believe we had to be level 100, and we're not even at Victory Road. I really hope that the rival fight is a breeze compared to this. Rival fight. He opens with a golden Uzaru, so our attack is down from Intimidate. We were able to take him down, but it took quite a few hits, and we took a ton of damage in the process. Right after was Zarbon, who took us out with a counter. Now, believe it or not, this is exactly how the fight went 5 times in a row. We don't stand a chance. I'm gonna have to use After Image, or Zenzoken, as this game calls it. Okay, so first is the Uzaru. I didn't bother with After Image during this part of the fight since I knew he would just knock us out, but we got a crit on the second attack to at least get us to Zarbon in good shape. Now, we lost quite a few times to Zarbon, because even though he hardly even hurts us and we can easily max out our evasion, he uses counter and that move doesn't miss, so if he uses counter on the turn we headbutt him, he one-shots us. On this attempt though, we successfully took him down without him just using counter on us. Super Android 13 has a swift equivalent that never misses unless we're underground, so we take some damage, but he wasn't bad. What was bad was Metal Cooler. This is another point where I often lost. He has rough skin, so every time I hit him, we take damage, and we have to hit him a lot. If he hits us with any of his moves, then we won't have enough health left to finish the fight. On this attempt, though, he misses, so we win. Vegeta misses us with every attack, so we took him down with some headbutts, and last was Cell, who we took out in 1 critical hit. Looked easy, right? This took 14 tries. This run got so hard. Okay, last bit of travel for the game, Victory Road. Yeah, we're max level, so obviously I just avoid all the trainers that I can. I gotta say, this run's been a lot harder than I thought it would be. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect, but I didn't think it would be this bad. I mean, I'm used to Pokemon where these stats aren't unwinnable, and having Headbutt isn't that bad of a move, but man, the competition is so much tougher in this mod. Normally I'd say if it's been this hard till this point, then we wouldn't stand a chance. Thankfully, we have one more trick up our sleeve. Remember how earlier in the game we maxed out our IVs since we're using a super weak fighter? Well, the guy who maxes out the effort values of super weak fighters is coming up. Let's see how much that helps. So here's our stats before we get the boost, and here's what they are now, and wow, that's a big jump. I gotta do some math here. So our health went up by 60, our attack by 27, our defense by a much needed 60, our special attack by only 1, special defense by 58, and speed by 45. That's a massive increase, but I bet we'll still be weaker than a lot of what we're fighting. It's a shame that we can't learn any moves that use our special attack, considering it's a little better than our regular attack. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is East Kai. First he sends out Aqua, who's super frail and goes down in 1 hit, and second is Zenya, who also is a one-shot. Good start. Janemba is a bit more of a problem thanks to being super tanky, but he's still just a 2-shot. Frieza flinched as we dropped him to a sliver, so we got him to use up all of East Kai's Senzu beans before finishing him off. Last was Deborah, and this fight was hilarious. We can't really lose at this point, but he uses Stone Spit to paralyze us, and we lost 5 turns in a row to being paralyzed, just to win anyway because he hardly hurt us. Can some math person in the comments do the math on the chances of that? That's the kind of luck I'd expect from Gen 1, not Gen 3. Second is South Kai. Torby just used Concentrate, so we took him down easily in 2 shots, and Tapion went down in a single crit. Spopovich is a 1-shot, and fourth is King Cold. He didn't quite go down in 1 hit, but he just used Power Up and Senzu Beans, so we took him out. Still no damage. Last is a Golden Uzaru, so our attack is down. That's not good. Right away I used Acid a bunch of times hoping to burn him, but he didn't get burned. In fact, we never burned someone with Acid for the entire rest of the game despite it having a 30% chance. I don't know if that's a glitch or what. Maybe it's because all the Golden or Super Saiyan creatures are Fire type, at least I think they are. Anyway, we crit with a headbutt for the win. That wasn't too bad. Took a couple of tries, but I'm not going to complain. Third is West Kai. Pecan only powered up, so we just 2-shot him with headbutt, and Piccolo is just too weak for this point in the game and went down in a single crit. Garlic flinched, so he never hit us, although he did eat a Senzu Bean. Kid Buu had me worried, but his wrath actually didn't do much, so he went down. Now that's when it gets dangerous though. Hirudegarn 2 comes out, so it's back to using Dig. We didn't really do much damage, and he did quite a bit. I was hoping we could take him down, but after his health dropped into red, he used a Senzu Bean. That's no good. We went down pretty shortly after that. Next try, and I used After Image, but honestly, it probably wasn't necessary, since we got much luckier when it came to the damage we dealt. A critical acid dropped him into the perfect amount of health to let him go down to Dig without risking using a Senzu Bean. Fourth is North Kai. Olabu flinched, so it was a 2-shot, and next is Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who got crit down in 1 hit. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks missed his first dynamite kick, so we had pretty good health as he went down. Super Saiyan Gogeta took a decent chunk out of us with a few Dragon Rushes before he went down, so we're only at 108 health. Last was Super Saiyan Vegito, and although we made him flinch on the first headbutt, his energy punch hit hard. I tried to burn him, but no luck. Again, probably because Fire type. We went down. Next try, this time with After Image. I built it up against Olabu at the start since he likes to use Counter, and it gives us a lot of chances to build up without him hitting us. He also uses Dizzy Punch. Seems like a lot of people in this game who have Dizzy Punch also have Counter. Anyway, once we have High Evasion, we have a pretty easy time taking down his team until we're at Gogeta again. He lands 2 Dragon Rushes despite our evasion to take us down to only 67 health, but Vegeta was the real problem. He missed a few times and we were doing alright damage till his 3rd Dragon Rush brought us to only 3 health. We were able to finish him off right after, but I really don't like how close that was. Finally, the Dragon League champion. Right away he opens with a Golden Uzaru, so I start with After Image. I'll obviously need it. I got all 6 in right away, but we were already down to only 130 health by the time we took him down. And that's partially because I took him out early with a crit. Zarbon was easy, like always, and third is Super Android 13, who landed a dynamite kick to drop us to only 64 health before we finished him off. Problem is, next is Metal Cooler with Rough Skin. He keeps buffing his defense and we keep losing health as we attack, eventually leading to us fainting. Okay, maybe if I rushed down the Uzaru and used After Image against Zarbon it would go better? This time I just opened with Headbutt a bunch. I lost a lot of attempts to doing this, but on one, I managed to beat him way faster than usual thanks to him getting confused and hitting himself before he could have a Senzu Bean. Problem is, we're still at 130 health like last time, so I'll need to make up the difference in the other fights. We got crazy lucky against Zarbon on this attempt, as he usually hits us at least once, but this time he didn't hit us at all as we built up our After Image. Problem is, against Super Android 13, he has that move that never misses, so he ended up using that the whole time. That took us all the way down to 68 health, almost the same as last time. And of course, in the end, we just go down to Rough Skin. This took 43 tries just to get this lucky. I don't think we can win this battle unless I critically hit the Uzaru at the start. I wish I had leftovers so badly. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's a way. Okay, one way to get the leftovers is the same way you would do in the base game of Fire Red, by using an item finder where the Snorlaxes would normally be. That does work in this, but we need 30 fighters for that and we're not even close to that. But Majin Buu can sometimes be found holding one. Okay, let's find Buu. So I go to Victory Road and catch Boo over and over with our golden capsule to try and get one, and restart every time it doesn't have leftovers. I can't just hit it and see if it heals with leftovers since, you know, we'd one-shot it. I thought it would take forever, but literally the second Boo I caught had leftovers. Maybe I can finally win this fight. I just need to get back to the Elite Four, but with this, it shouldn't be so bad. Give me some time. Okay, we're back at the Dragon League champion, this time with leftovers. Right away I start building up After Image on Uzaru since we're healing anyway. Once we have that built up, we take him down with, hilariously enough, almost the same health as last time. Despite healing and having high evasion, we still get hit tons. Zarbon was easy like usual, and Super Android 13 can hit us, but hardly does anything, so we heal a bit. Now, Cooler really had me worried, mostly because he buffed his defense so much that I was worried we were going to run out of power points. We ended up lucking out though, and we crit with Dig when he was below half health, getting us the win. We honestly really needed that since he still has Senzu Beans. Majin Vegeta hits us with a massive energy punch right away as our headbutts weren't doing a ton. He flinched on the second one, then he hit with a second energy punch to bring us into yellow health. He used a Senzu Bean, but he didn't hit us again, so we were able to take him down. Last was Perfect Cell, and although he hit us with Kamehameha, our special defense is great, so it didn't do much. He held on for ages thanks to a Senzu Bean, but eventually, we got a much-needed victory. Well, that was way more brutal than I was ready for. Man, when I heard that they added those stat boosts to the game, I thought that this would maybe be a little too easy. But it turned out to be harder than 95% of the Pokemon challenges that I've ever done. I've been doing this for like 3 years now. This would have been impossible without those power-ups, without a doubt. Really hope you guys liked that run. The next Pokemon challenge should be up next week on Saturday like usual, with Pokemon Emerald with only one snow run. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of my Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. Outro time! Thank you for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I have no idea how many people are actually gonna watch this one. Probably not a ton, cause I get it, some people might just click off because even if they know Pokemon, they don't know Dragon Ball and whatever. But I thought it was a fun run. Really brutally hard though. Oh my god, I don't know if I properly put over just how hard this one was and how much time it took. But you know, it was worth doing. It was a fun time. It's a change of pace. But more importantly, I'm all excited because of the day that I'm doing this voiceover, it's at nighttime. It's like 8:40 at night. And the next day at 10:20 in the morning, I have my MRI on my neck. I'm really excited for that because, you know, I probably have disc problems in my neck. The cardiologist was saying that it's probably cervical radiculopathy, and yeah, that makes sense. It seems like my median nerve is getting pinched. I know that because I ended up looking up chiropractor videos for like how you stretch a pinched nerve in your neck. And there's 3 different nerves in your neck, and you do different exercises for each one. And as you do the exercise, you'll get more of the symptoms, you know, the tingling, stuff like that, if that's the nerve getting pinched. And it's the median nerve ones that make my left hand start going really tingly and numb and stuff. So, you know, there's that. I doubt that's the only problem in my neck, but those will come out in the MRI, I guess. Although, to be honest, chances are I'm going to be sent in for another MRI for the rest of my back, because it's looking like there's more issues than just my neck. But that's probably going to take over a month, and this whole thing's a mess, and man, let's just hope that the MRI shows something that we can fix. That'll be nice. But, you know, soon as I'm done that MRI, I'm just coming back straight home, working on editing this video, and then whenever that's done, I start on that snow run, because January is all about trying to get my backlog back so that you can watch this in February. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.